Hey guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Paul, and I serve on the board here at Calvary. And I'm just going to walk you through a bit of my testimony. So I grew up in Niagara Falls, had a great upbringing. We grew up in a church home, me and my older brother and sister. And we went to a private church school. We went to church every Sunday. It was kind of like Jubilee here in Dunnville. And it was a small church, a lot of young families, a lot of young kids, and we all grew up together. We were really close. It was a lot of good memories, good times growing up. I wouldn't change any of it. And years go by. I'm going into high school, and I don't really know anybody there. Kind of doing whatever I can to fit in with the cool kids. And in that circle, there was no room for God, so I kind of just pushed him down deep into my heart, as far away as I could. And I just kept going. That was the worst decision I ever made, because it just led to partying all through high school, drugs, alcohol, you name it. And thankfully, I graduated high school. I came out of that. But the addiction stuck with me. Years later, I found myself addicted to Oxycontin, and that was the start of my 5-year battle. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's an opiate narcotic that is great for pain, but is highly abused, and it gets a hold of you mentally and physically. The dependency when it's abused is it's horrible. It'll have you in some pretty dark places doing stuff you never thought you would do. I don't know how I ended up there, but I lost a lot of friends through that time to suicides and people overdosing. I had a friend get stabbed 17 times in the chest, in the face, and you think that would be my wake-up call to kind of walk away and stop, but I didn't stop, but it kind of turned me in the right direction a little bit, and it was the dependency there that had a hold on me. And you wake up every morning, you don't have a choice. You either withdraw or you keep taking your pills. And I was trapped in that fear of not letting anyone near me, my church friends who were kind of already on the outskirts, my family. I didn't want anybody to know. So that was kind of just keep it in the dark as long as you can. And I'll get through it on my own. I started going back to church a little bit more. I was hanging out with some of my friends that I pushed so far away growing up, all my church friends. But I wouldn't necessarily say I was in a good spot. I was still waking up in the morning and taking my pills and going off to church. It was a little bit messed up, but it's, as I look back on it now, just to see how God had all these people set up around me in my life to they were there and ready to catch me when I fell. And one day I was in my apartment, and my friends came down, and they were kind of just like, "Man, what is going on with you? There's something up with you. Something's changed. Like, tell us what's going on." And I broke down, started crying, kind of confessed the whole thing to them right away. And I was just I was just waiting for somebody to reach out. And I don't know why I came out of that, and a lot of my friends didn't. Why? I think so much of it was I had a huge team of people behind me praying for me, and I didn't even know it. They all knew something was going on with me. Like I could barely look myself in the mirror anymore. I'd lost so much weight. I had bags under my eyes. I didn't even look like the same person in my eyes anymore. But I thought I had them all fooled. So my friends that night, they convinced me, you gotta tell your parents what's going on. I had nowhere to live anymore. I was kicked out of my apartment, so it's either go to them or I'm homeless. So I called my parents. I was like, "Can you pick me up? tomorrow, and I'll go to church with you guys. And that was on Mother's Day, and probably the hardest thing through all this was all the stuff I put my parents through. Between me and my brother, I don't think my mom slept for 10 years. But yeah, my parents were there, and they were gracious, and God he had worked in them over all those years as I was so far from God. But just talking about all the people God had ready to catch me. My parents had just become friends with a doctor who specialized in narcotic pain recovery. He ran a pain clinic, and he lived in Grimsby. He went to church in Grimsby, but his clinic was 40 minutes away in Niagara Falls, a block from my parents' house, which to me was just God. So I moved back in with my parents. I would go down to this clinic every day. It was a daily recovery treatment, and it was a secular one, but he was a Christian guy, so it was such a time of healing for me. He would just be there, and we would talk through everything. He would pray for me and stuff, and it was just it was a really good recovery experience from that aspect. I got a lot of insight into people struggling through recovery, and just seeing how much they needed prayer, and all these people from broken homes who didn't have the prayer and the support that I was getting. But yeah, through all those years, there was this scripture, one of the parables kept coming to me that's mentioned a couple times, and it was about bringing things to the light and confessing with your tongue. And confessing with my tongue was the hardest part I had. I just had to get that out, and the day I did, I turned away and never looked back. And that's one thing that you'll hear in these recovery treatment programs is once an addict, always an addict. And I don't believe that for a second. We serve a God who saves people, and he came a long way to get me.